live.
And that's when the duck said, quack.
Hi, Tanner.
Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, I gotta do a PSA. I just got a phone call from Chase Bank, and it was pretty convincing. The guy's all, "Hey, do you have a PayPal?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Someone tried to take $2,000 out of your PayPal through the bank, all this," and then they mentioned something else.
You have $2,000 in your PayPal?
No.
Okay.
I wish.
And he said it was trying to take out of my Chase account. But then he's all, "Okay, I need you to go to more on your phone and go to screen sharing."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "I'm not going to do that." And then he just hung up.
Yeah.
So
It happened to me a couple weeks ago. They called the bank. It said National Bank of Arizona on the screen.
This one said Chase Bank.
And I answered it, and he's like, "Oh, man, you're not in California," and went through the whole nine. I ended up, like, I'm a dumbass. But he was like, "I just need your username." I gave him my username, and then when he asked for password, I knew it was
right.
like no good. I was like, no. I said, "Let me tell you what, I'll call you. I'm going to hang up just for safety. I'm going to hang up, and I'm going to call the number on the back of my card. And if it's legit, you guys will know what I'm talking about." And click, he hung up.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as that, and they'll move on to the next person.
Yep.
It's just about volume. And I knew it was bullshit pretty much off the bat.
When he said you had $2,000 in your PayPal?
Yes, basically.
That's where I would have gone. Yeah.
And no, and then as soon as, and plus he had a Pakistani accent, so there's that.
Well, we want to start off by apologizing to all you Monday listeners. We know you were waiting for that episode, and we do have a few that are like Coach Carter. That's how he starts his Monday morning. So we let him down. We have a couple Sunday listeners that we let down, but we had some things going on in both of our lives that just had to be taken care of. We got them taken care of, sort of. And, here we are. We made it. Yeah. If you don't have any stories, I'd like to tell you a story.
I got a lot of stories, man, but go ahead.
So, I got my cat, and we were looking into getting him fixed, So we made some phone calls, and we called around, and they were like, it was going to be $300 to get my cat fixed. And I was like, I'm not paying $300. I'll just wear a condom.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like I shouldn't be laughing at that.
I have been holding that in for a whole week. Boy, I was worried I was going to forget it.
Just lying awake in the middle of the night.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I cannot forget that one. I can't forget it. The other thing is, I'd like to apologize to Eric. You don't even know why I'm apologizing, do you? A couple weeks ago on the podcast, I said, "Eric, are we not cool? Like, are we saying shout out and the kids don't say it anymore?" Well, I watched unboxing a Pokemon card thing with Logan Paul this weekend, and he shouted out a bunch. So if Logan Paul is saying it,
It must be the right thing to do,
it must be the right thing to do. So I would like to formally and publicly apologize to Eric. He's cooler than I thought.
And I would like to say that I will never say shout out again.
Why?
If Logan Paul is saying it. Fight me, Logan.
Oh, and I brought, I'm sure you've heard the news. Eric probably has some jokes about it, but I'm going to have Tony Romo with me.
That is not realistic, Tanner. He needs to be like really red in the face and kind of sweaty and in a parking garage. And
did you see the exercises he did? Only a god, and only the greatest to ever play the game could be doing stretches like that if he was drunk. Obviously he wasn't drunk, and
Oh yeah, obviously.
No, it was completely a mistake. I'm sure he'll be freed soon.
He didn't go to jail.
No.
Tony Romo's not going to spend one night in jail.
And the last of my stories, we did.
You have more?
Just a couple. I want to get it out of the way. We did some renovating here. Well, we didn't, but I moved the sign over, and then I added 2 shelves. Now, I've been telling Eric for 3 days he's got his own shelf to put his own little trinkets and personalize it. And, well, as you see, he brought nothing.
I don't really have
3
as much
days.
shit as you have.
I got my autographed Dak helmet, Jason Witten, and Jake Ferguson helmets up there.
I can't bring any sports stuff because all I got is like a little mini helmet that Dak Prescott
Oh, you don't
signed.
have a Tony Dorsett jersey
No.
that was signed?
Oh, I have that.
Yeah.
I have that. I can put that up. Mm-hmm. But I mean, they won't be able to see it because it's.
We have that singular pop of that Cowboys player in the closet that's been in there since we've been together.
What's his name? The linebacker from Notre Dame that they got years ago.
Sean Lee?
No, after Sean Lee.
Leighton Vander Esch?
No,
He's BYU.
not a white guy.
Oh, he was Boise State, actually.
Yeah, Notre Dame. He came. He had a messed up knee. He had to get knee surgery before he even hit the field. Gosh dang it,
How do I not know? He was a linebacker?
Jalen.
What number did you... Jalen Smith. 54,
Smith.
number 54, Jalen Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't even supposed to ever walk again.
Yeah,
He blew out the whole left leg. And, yeah, he played for a while. He was really good for about 10 minutes.
like 3 or 4 years, wasn't it?
No, he did about 3. First year he sat down. Second and third year he was really good, and then he just fell off pretty hard. He ended up doing stints with the Giants. And
Yeah, I thought he went to the Giants.
Yeah, he went to the Giants. I think he played for the Packers for maybe a game or so, but yeah, he kind of fizzled out.
Do you see where Scadaboo is going to change his gameplay?
Why?
I don't know why. That's the only reason I watch the Giants is to see Scadaboo play.
Well, he says that, and then he did backflips
he won't
at a
change.
WWE event last week. So
he's not going to change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't unbattering ram somebody. Like he's what he is. So,
Hey, did you, dude? Have you seen Spider-Man yet?
no,
We got to go see it. I want to see it so bad.
Spider-Man?
The new Spider-Man that just came out, the brand new day.
No.
So,
Which Spider-Man is it?
The new one.
what do you mean? Which Spider-Man
It's
is
the
it?
new
There's
one.
3 Spider-Mans. Which one is he?
It's Tom
It's
Holland.
Tom Holland.
So here's a trivia question.
Like
for
I
you.
sit around and watch comics all day.
You should.
I got a job.
You don't watch movies?
No, I mean not enough. Like not enough to where I'm.
Have you seen like all the Marvel Universe movies?
Most of them.
Okay, all right, then you know who Tom Holland is.
I don't. I know who. Okay, maybe I do by default.
He's in all the Avengers movies. He's the Spider-Man that's in the Avengers movies.
Okay, in real life, is he the doucher, or is he the nice one? There's 2 of them that are like they filmed him coming out of an airport, and like one of them was like super friendly and went and talked to everybody, and the other 2 were just like,
No,
fuck
Tom,
off.
Tom Holland seems like a pretty good dude. He's British. He's with Zendaya. You know who Zendaya is? Yeah, he's with her. So get this. Tobey Maguire was the original, trilogy of
Yes.
Spider-Man. How long do you think Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man for? Taking guesses.
Tobey Maguire.
don't look it
I'm
up.
not. I would say
3 movies.
okay. So
How long was he Spider-Man?
6 years.
Close. 5 years.
Okay.
Andrew Garfield was the next Spider-Man.
Okay.
He made 2 movies. The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. How many years do you think he was Spider-Man?
1.
3 years.
Well, did you give me the answer?
3 years.
Okay.
How many years has Tom Holland been Spider-Man?
7.
10 years, dude.
But in what? In just different movies?
In different, this is the 4th Spider-Man movie with him in it. He was in he was in Captain America Civil War.
Okay.
He was in Avengers Infinity War. He was in Avengers Endgame. I think he's been in a couple more movies, a couple more Marvel movies. He's in the new Doomsday, I think. Is he in Doomsday?
Who?
Tom Holland. Maybe not. Avengers Doomsday is coming out. Well, so get this. This is the point I'm trying to make. I want to get my numbers correct. The opening night, it broke a box office record. What do you think it made opening night, Friday night?
It was a record over.
It beat Avengers Endgame, which currently held the record. In one night, they made $72
I was going to say 77.
$72 million.
Yeah, I was going to say 77.
Also, on the topic of looking things up, I looked it up, and it says that Tom Holland is not confirmed to be in Avengers Doomsday due to Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Oh, there's something that happens in Brand New Day.
It's the scheduling conflicts with the movie and filming and
Well,
everything.
I also think that I've been trying to stay off the internet for spoilers and stuff, but I think something happens in Brand New Day.
But they are saying that he might be in Avengers Secret Wars.
Yeah, he is definitely in that. As Black Spider-Man, by the way. The symbiote Spider-Man, not Venom, but the other one. Anyway, what do you think it made for the weekend?
173.
Globally.
300.
Around the world.
236.
$927 million
Wow.
worldwide.
This is just the Spider-Man movie?
Just Spider-Man, and was competing with The Odyssey, and it was competing with Toy Story 5. So I really want to see it, but my kid... Okay, I've got a little story for you. Wednesday, my 14-year-old was supposed to start high school. He was excited about it. He's been working hard. He was ready to go, had all his clothes, everything. He wakes up Wednesday morning at his mom's. I get a call about 7:30, and she's like, "Hey, I'm taking Jackson to the ER." I was like, "What the hell's going on?" And she goes, "He's really complaining about his stomach." She called her boyfriend's sister, who's a nurse in Tucson, and he told her what's going on. The sister's like, "Take him in." They give him some for the pain. They do a CAT scan, and I was like, "You're fine, buddy. Like, it's probably just like a bladder infection or something like that." Because it's hurting like right in the middle, like below his belly button. And I was like, appendix is on the side, so it can't be his appendix. Well, doc comes in about an hour after the CAT scan.
I'm just acting like it's not
Where
happening.
did she go?
I'm just acting like it's not happening.
Are you sneezing?
Yes.
Dude,
You can sneeze
you
on the
just
air.
cover a fart with a sneeze?
No.
Is that what you just did?
Covered a fart with a
She
sneeze.
covered a fart with a sneeze, didn't she?
I did not.
But so the doc comes in about after they read the CAT scan and everything, and they're all, "Yep, it's his appendix. We got to take it out." So stress level went completely off the charts. But it's your kid. You don't want him to have surgery the day he's supposed to be starting high school. But they took him into surgery about an hour later. Everything went great. He stayed the night in the hospital. He was super sore for a few days, but he's doing really good right now. He's getting around pretty good and eating. And
Did he tell you I called him?
yeah.
I made him laugh. He wasn't too happy about that.
Yeah, he doesn't. Laughing hurts. But he's good now. He's probably going to take the rest of this week off and heal up, and then because he's got a lot of friends that they like the rough house, so I don't really want him around his friends right now in case someone forgets that he just had surgery. So, but he's doing his home. He already did his homework at home and everything, so he won't be too far behind. But that was our Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and part of the reason why we couldn't do the podcast yesterday because he was home alone. But as soon as he gets better, we're going to see this movie, man. And I want to see The Odyssey too. I know we talked about it a little bit before, but
I just don't want. That's one that's just so long. I'd rather wait till it comes home, till I can watch it home from my couch. I just don't like sitting in them chicken shit seats for 3 hours.
Yeah, if we go see that, it's going to be like at an IMAX, the 70 millimeter, how it was filmed. And I honestly, I want to go to Tucson or Phoenix and watch Spider-Man 2, just for, get the higher quality experience. Nothing against our local theaters, but you know how it is.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else, Dan? Any other stories?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Man, I'm getting excited for football.
Yep.
Dude.
Super hyped.
So watching training camp.
I can't wait till I put $1,000 on the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl.
You already,
$250,000 payout.
You already did that?
No, I didn't.
Oh. Do they have that available already?
No.
I didn't think so. They have a parlay available for the Super Bowl.
No. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, it's 2,500 plus 2,500 odds right now for Cowboys to win the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Yep. I think the Bills. I don't know. It's just always. I don't know. I just don't buy into any of it. I that's the one thing, you never know what you're getting for football. I mean, you have a good idea, but
Nobody knows.
Yeah, it's just a
Who
crapshoot in the
Who
beginning.
picked Seattle to win the Super Bowl last year?
Nobody. Well,
Nobody.
the NFL did.
Seattle
Wait,
fans.
do you know about that conspiracy?
Oh, with the colors and the logo and all
No,
that? What now?
even more. I want. Let me see what we have to look up. This will blow your mind. And I thought it was fake. I thought somebody had just edited it and put it. Watch. Let me see here. Let's go. September 2025 NFL opening weekend photo. So let me see if it pulls it up. So anyway, there's this drawing on the NFL's page from 2025 in April, it was like a drawing of like the road to the Super Bowl graphic or something like that. Okay. So there it is. Okay. The third one, see where it says spark speculation? Okay. Now, if you open that picture right there, share it to our screen so everybody can see it.
Let's see. Let me go back to my screen.
He forgot how to use it.
No, I didn't.
So yeah, anyway, when you see this photo, it's going to blow your freaking mind.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, so share. Now look at the front of that photo. If you can you zoom in on that at all? I don't think you can. Anyway, this was put out in September of 2025, before the first game of the season, and it has Drake May and Sam Darnold in the front by the Super Bowl trophy. Do you see it?
Here, let me share.
Yeah, it's insane. So that it's not the colors, it's nothing. It's like how would they know to put Sam Darnold and Drake May at the front of that picture if it just doesn't make any sense.
There it is.
Oh yeah, they're circled.
You see them? They're circled right there.
You can see it.
At the bottom, they're circled over there. You see them?
That's not real.
100% that's real.
Drake May got a lot of points.
100%. You can go to the Twitter page, type in September 2025, and that picture is there.
I mean, it's on Instagram.
Yeah,
That's their account. It's verified.
And I went and looked at it on Twitter, went to September of 2025, and that picture is the picture they used to open the season. And it has Drake May and Sam Darnold at the front of the pack, separated closest to the trophy. What are the odds? I mean, it definitely could have happened. Definitely might have happened. I don't know why you would have people like Josh Allen and all these other guys out there and Mahomes and Burrow in the back, but you're going to put Darnold and May at the very front next to the Super Bowl, and that just happens to be the two teams that went to the Super Bowl? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Let's see if it.
It's all part of the game.
Yeah, it's part of the. And that is the. Yeah, it'll bring up the conspiracy about it. And yeah, NFL's conspiracy theorists get more ammo with. All right.
Let's see. Hold on. Where's that?
Right there. Get more ammo with posts from Super Bowl showing the Super Bowl quarterbacks next to the Lombardi Trophy. Of all the quarterbacks in the league, all the stars in the league, they chose Drake May and Sam Darnold to be in the very front of that picture. And you can look at it it's still on their Twitter page from September of 2025. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I would have never picked either one of maybe the Patriots. I never would have picked Seattle to be in the Super Bowl. Like, at the beginning of last season, you got Sam Darnold in his first year there.
That's weird.
Like, I would have never said that's what's going to happen.
Huh.
So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. So it makes me, I never would have bought into the rigged part of the NFL until I saw that. And I'm like, man, that's just crazy. But I still don't, the reason I don't think it's rigged, NFL period, I don't think it's rigged because if it was rigged, the NFL has a cash cow, a worldwide cash cow that they would definitely make relevant every year. So the Cowboys would definitely be in every freaking, at least they'd be relevant for years just to, if they were just in it for the money. And I mean, they are, but you know what I mean? So I think that's what kills it from being rigged. Like, I can see you saying, oh, well, they can't do it too much, but it's been 30 years, 30 fucking years. I'm tired of it.
Has it been that long?
It's been that long, man.
95.
1995, 96, so.
Yeah, 31 years.
So I don't think they would have, if it was rigged, they wouldn't have let it go this long. Unless, Goodell just really hates Jerry Jones. Which could be.
Yeah, probably most people hate Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
I don't like him that much.
Yeah. No. I love him. I love everything Cowboys.
Man, they piss me off.
Yeah.
I'm still a fan, but
Yeah.
they piss me off
I
sometimes.
think that goes for everybody's team, though. I mean, the Texans make me mad, but I still like them. Same thing with Kansas City.
Well, I'm just saying 31 teams don't win it every year. I don't know why the Cowboys get so much heat.
Oh, because
Because
there's
of Jerry
always
Jones.
that expectation to win. Like, it's America's team.
Like, there's been plenty of teams that haven't even gone 31 years since their championship. There's teams that don't have championships, but Cowboys get the most heat. But I just read a stat today on ESPN. Last 2 weeks out of the 10 days of broadcast for the morning show, whatever it is, something up, wake up, or whatever it's called. 8 of the 10 days they debated Super Bowl for the Cowboys.
Good Morning Football.
No, it's not going to. It's the one on ESPN.
Oh.
8 of 10 days they debated the chances for the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl.
They always do that. You know why?
Because it's what makes them money.
Gets ratings.
Because everybody's listening. Everybody either
Gets
hates them or
ratings.
loves them.
Yeah. I mean, either way, you're going to watch them.
Yep.
So
That's what I'm saying. You can't say it's rigged because even if the people that hate the Cowboys, they're still watching the game to see if they're going to lose. So you're not going to rig the league and not have the Cowboys be part of it if you're rigging it. So
What?
I think it could be rigged to a point, though, right?
I just don't know that they'd let it go 30 years.
I'm looking at those pops over there. Or is that one of the ones you gave me?
Yeah.
Just like those?
One of the Papa Emeritus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How many did you get?
Well, I've got every one he's made.
You got some duplicates. Looks like.
No, those are all 3 different.
Those are different.
His faces are the same, but the different outfits.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Do you like Ghost that much?
I like Ghost.
What's the next concert you're going to go to?
Well, mine just got canceled that I was going to.
Where were we going to go
I
to?
was going to Chad Gray and in Los Angeles. And I just got an email 2 days ago that said it was canceled. No reason why. I went to Chad's page. Nothing on his page. There was just got an email from Ticketmaster saying your event has been canceled.
Why don't you just text Marcus?
I did, and he said he didn't know about it, and he'd get back to me, and he hasn't.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah. Speaking of which, we're only 2 weeks away from having Patrick on the show.
I know. I'm excited, dude.
It's going to be pretty exciting. Another thing too, what we're doing, we're giving everybody that listens the chance to be on our show. What do we mean by that, Eric?
I don't know. It's the first I'm hearing about.
Okay, good. It's not the first. We're going to do a live show at Shane's.
Oh, yeah.
You goddamn it, son. I've set you. I put it on a tee. I didn't even soft pitch it to you. I put it on a tee. All you had to do was swing. But yeah, we're gonna do a live show at the bar, and
What day are we doing that on?
I don't know. I got to get a hold of Shane and find out exactly what day we're doing it. But you guys are gonna be able to attend, and we're gonna come up with games. What else do you guys say?
We're, like trivia. We're going to do some trivia. We're going to do some
Drunk stories,
drunk stories, topics,
topics.
Confessions.
confessions, things like that.
Yeah, we'll
So-
do anonymous confessions. We're gonna have it's gonna be cool. But all you guys that are listening can actually come down. We're gonna do it on either a Friday or a Saturday night down at Shane's. He said we could do it, and it'll be fun. You guys can all come down with us. It's gonna be pretty fun. I think.
I think so too. I mean, it's going to be crazy, but it'll be fun.
Yeah. Yep. Well, do you have a topic for this week?
Yeah, I do kind of. What? So I know you like video games.
No.
I like video games.
I've played like 2 in the last 10 years.
Really?
Yeah. I have.
So you're not a gamer?
No.
Well,
I played.
Weren't you
I
playing
just
Harry
finished
Potter?
007 and I finished Harry Potter, and that's the only 2 games I played in the last 10 years. Every now and then I'll play NBA 2K6 or 26, and I am in a Tiger Woods game, or I'm in a golf game. That's about all
Right.
I ever do.
I'm a big gamer, always have been ever since. I think it started with the old Nintendo. I don't think I ever had an Atari. We weren't rich enough to have an Atari. Played it though, and then of course the arcades. You probably weren't born yet. Do you remember Captain Videos in Saffron?
Was it down on Main Street?
It was like right off of Main Street.
Okay, the only one I ever went to was right where it was by Van Leuven's. Or what was that shop called? Was it Van Leuven?
Well, there's one. It was right across from Retrograde.
What's it called?
Brewery.
What was it before it was Trophies and Teas? They did.
Oh,
Van-
yeah. Van Leuven's.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It was around the corner across from the brewery, right there. Was the original
No.
location, and then they moved it to the shopping center.
Okay. Yeah. And I remember going to Gigi's Pizza. They had.
Yeah,
That was right next to the big hotel.
yeah, the one that they tore down.
That was fun. I remember doing that.
That was the Gaslight for a while before it was Gigi's.
Might have
Gaslight, but yeah, started with I had an old NES, Super Nintendo. Then of course the Nintendo 64 came out, and then the PlayStation came out. Got a PlayStation. I had a Sega Dreamcast. I had a Sega Genesis. I used to play like Joe Montana football on the Sega Genesis. You don't play Madden?
Every now and
I
then.
thought you'd play Madden. Do you have a PS5? What do you have?
When I get on Madden, I just beef up my player to a 99 on everything.
Yeah,
It's just,
and then
it's
still
not-
get beaten by a 12-year-old from Japan.
No, I don't. I've never played an online game once.
It's demeaning.
No, I've never done it.
Yeah, when a child destroys you on Madden online, I've played twice, and I'm like, I'm not doing that.
No,
I get too
never
pissed
done
off.
online gaming on any game.
Really?
Nope.
I'm playing a game called Ark Raiders right now. It kind of consumed my life for about 6 months, but I had to stop playing it. But that thing is totally online. Super cool extraction shooter. But that's not the topic. Like if we play games, or if I play games, or you play games, how do you think? Like, do your kids? You let your kids play?
Avery, she's been playing in Roblox tournaments on a certain game. I can't remember what it's called, but she gets up on the weekends and she gets in these little tournaments at night. She's got a ranking. I don't know what it is. But
Do you ever look at her messages and stuff?
Yeah, no, they don't have. I've gone through all that.
Okay, because Roblox is notorious for predators.
Yep. No, she does really well on it. Evelyn's been playing a game. It's not an online game. I can't remember what it's called, but she builds characters and she does stuff. I don't know. It's pretty cool, but she has a lot of fun doing that on her Nintendo Switch. But yeah, that's about all they play usually.
Yeah. My kids are gamers. Even my oldest son, like the one that was in the Navy for 8 years, he was a Navy diver, special warfare, huge gamer. My girls, even Raylene, honestly, I mean, she doesn't play all the time, and now she's got a 10-month-old, so she definitely doesn't play, but she played that's a Viking game. Like most of my kids are gamers, except for Brittany. Jackson's a huge gamer. But what do you think the studies are out there for kids and gaming?
I just read some, and I was looking into because Avery plays a lot. They were saying that kids that stop playing games, their attitude gets better. They are generally more happy in life. They're more creative. Like I just went through a lot of this stuff just recently. Just concerned about certain behaviors and realized that like a lot of that has to do with screen time and games and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree, and I would see a difference. In Jackson was really into Fortnite for a while, and I finally just took it away from him. He didn't play for like 3 years, and definitely his attitude improved. But there are some benefits to playing games. There's
Just
some
motor skills and eye contact, hand-eye contact.
yeah,
I'm sure
cognitive
there is.
development. Yeah. Strategy and role playing, improves
Problem
critical
solving.
thinking, spatial awareness, fast visual processing. A lot of these kids that are going into the military now are like out shooting everybody. Like it's crazy how it's kind of changed us in a physical sense too. Social connections. I know that's how my son connects with his friends. They'll jump on the same game or they'll be on a FaceTime call together and just talking crap back and
That's
forth.
what these two do.
And it allows them to build teamwork, cooperate, solve complex tasks, maintain friendships. So there are some positive things to it, but this statement right here kind of says it all. Video games offer children significant cognitive and social benefits, but excessive screen time can disrupt sleep, academic focus, and physical health. So navigating that as a parent, like when do you draw the line? I think you definitely need to put limits on your kids a little bit. I'm not always good about that, man. Sometimes I'm a lazy parent, just like everybody else, and I'll get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and my kid will still be playing at 4 a.m.
Well, yeah, I struggle with the part where like you were talking about, the friends. Like, I struggle with it a lot. Like, I don't want them to be the kid that's left out. And at some point, these kids are, all doing it, and then my kid's not, and suddenly my kid's the odd one out. And I struggle with that. Do I want? I don't know. That's one of my parenting. Just I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I don't want them to not have it because everybody has it, but I also don't want them doing it at all. So I don't know. It's a struggle.
Well, I think you can go by the adage of everything in moderation. I mean, obviously not everything with your children, but I think if you monitor it and if you put limits on it and give them rules, I think it can be a positive thing. I think if you use that as a babysitter and you never have any contact with your kid and you don't sit your kid down or you don't have dinner with your kid and you don't have conversations, I think that's a bad thing because a lot of parents are like, go play your game. Like, I'm going to be out here. But on the flip side of that, my parents were like, go outside.
Yeah.
Don't come back till it's dark. So, that was our video games back in the day.
Well,
is
life was
riding our
not-
bike and
Life was a lot less dangerous back then than it is now. I mean, it definitely was still dangerous, but
Yeah.
not.
I think it was.
I think
it was-
parents. I think if you lived in a community, all the parents knew each other. I think about when I was a kid, like we knew everybody. My
Sure.
parents knew everybody in our neighborhood. We all knew each other.
I think we still are somewhat like that. I think we still know.
I mean, I know
People.
people to the right and to the left of me, but I don't. I don't know anybody down the road. I mean, I know Scott down the road, and gosh, no, I know a couple of people down this road. So, but I don't know. It. I struggle with it. It's one of my biggest struggles is how to navigate that the right way.
I want to bring up. You just mentioned it right now. I want to bring up violent crime statistics. Let's see. I think they've actually gone down over the years. It's going to be hard to navigate this thing right now. See if I can just get a violent crime over the last, let's say, 30 years.
Crime is in. That's. I mean, if that's true, then it's big decline.
Yeah, it compared to when
Okay,
we were kids.
Okay. All right. You know why I think that is?
Why?
Things like flock cameras. I think. Why was there so many serial killers in the 80s? Why? What was the unless they got caught red-handed, they could escape. They could run down a neighborhood and not be seen. You cannot do that anymore. You can't. Cameras everywhere. Everybody's got a video. I just got hit up the other day. Somebody vandalized a car down the road, and he was just going door to door saying, "Hey, do you have video of this time and this night?" Like, it's not as easy to get away with. Everywhere you go, you're monitored. And I think that has helped reduce crime. I don't think it's stopped it or but I do think that certain things like technology have reduced crime.
Absolutely. I pulled up the statistics for Arizona violent crime in the last 30 years. Do you guys want to hear them?
Yeah.
Yeah, but let me say this first. We've only had flock cameras and cell phones for about 5 years, cell phones for about 15.
Yeah, like maybe.
And violent crime was on its way down way before that.
And then like AOL and stuff like that, those old school tower computers are like 10 years before that, 5 years before that.
Yeah, but we didn't have cell phones that could videotape people.
Yeah, no.
Right.
And I think, being a cop, my perspective is that punishment does not deter crime at all.
No.
People still kill people. People still do stupid shit. They don't think about the consequences. I think there's other factors involved in the declining of violent crime in the United States. And if you look at social media and if you look at the news, you wouldn't think that. But the statistics are there that violent crime has gone down. And I think it has a lot to do with just us evolving as a species, for one. What does it say, Dory?
So it even has the numbers, and I'll list off a few. So this is from 1995 to 2024.
Okay.
And it says it has fallen substantially, although there have been some big swings along the way. I know during COVID, crimes went up quite a little bit for some of the states. In 1995, and this is approximately violent crimes per 100,000. So that's like the base number usually, just for general reference. In 1995, it was 710 in Arizona. Very high crime rate. And it went down to...
I started being a cop in 1995.
It went down to 410 in 2015. It's almost near a long-term low for Arizona. And then it has gone back up to 430 in 2023. Still considered a decline because in 2020 and 2021, it went back up to 485 per year in Arizona.
Okay, can you do this now, just randomly? What year did the internet become available? I know the answer here.
98?
Nope.
97?
95.
95? Are people just on the internet all the time now?
Okay, yeah. So commercial internet access really took off in American homes. This is around when such as AOL and dial-up became increasingly mainstream in 1995.
Yep. Okay. So I don't think it's a yes, this is why, but I do think that the more monitoring happened, like with the internet, they started to figure out ways to monitor things in real time, find people, cameras can become, everything was more advanced. And at the time of the advancement of the internet and this new technological age, it doesn't mean it's because of it, but I'm saying there was a sharp turn in crime after the internet. You want to know what else I think? I think it had a lot to do with, I just off the top of my head, but like violent sexual crimes. These perverts can just sit at home now. They don't got to go out there. They can get on the internet and find what they're looking for. Like, I just feel like there's things that happened that were beneficial with just the bringing on of the internet that started to make things different. And I've never like looked into a study of that or anything, but I just feel like that was pretty close to around the same time that crime started to make a change.
Yeah.
Listen to this. The lead crime hypothesis. The removal of lead from gasoline via the Clean Air Act and the elimination of lead paint drastically reduced childhood lead exposure. Medical data proves lead poisoning damages brain development, specifically impairing impulse control and increasing aggressive behavior. The 20 to 25 year lag between lead removal and the crime drop perfectly matches the aging of the first unleaded generation out of prime crime committing years. Never thought about that.
I
That's
would
crazy.
never put that together. Gasoline.
I think I think you
That's
have a point overall, but also I mean just scrolling through like some of the Facebook posts, people are taking their own recordings of teenagers going into their yards and like damaging their stuff in their backyards and posting it on Facebook and being like, come get your kids.
Huh.
So like he said, you are, if your kid's out there doing something, being a child and messing with other people's stuff, he's probably going to end up on Facebook at some point.
So this is going to be controversial. Legalized abortion.
What about it?
Popularized by the book Freakonomics, some sociologists argue that the legalization of abortion in the 1970s resulted in fewer children being born into high-risk, unwanted, or deeply impoverished environments 20 years later.
I mean, I can
funny-
see the connection, though.
Funny story. So one day we got a call that some kids were in the park. It was right across the street from the police department, so I just walked over there. And there was these kids over there. And if you're from Safford, you know what I'm talking about. These kids were from like the Flats area of town. And I love the Flats. I got a lot of friends in the Flats. But a lot of these kids over in that part of town, you know, are running wild around town. And so these kids were at the park. And I walk up, and this guy's pushing his kid on a swing. And I think he's the one that called. And because these kids were being crazy and cussing and yelling and screaming and stuff. And he had a little kid he was pushing on the screen. So I walked over and I said, hey, guys, what's up? And they're all, what's up, pig? What's up, man? Like, you know, just talking to me. And I was all, hey, how you doing? And they're all, yeah, you guys killed my uncle in South Phoenix. And I'm like, oh, he probably deserved it. And, you know, when you answer them like that, they don't have anywhere to go. But I talked to him for like 10, 15 minutes, just BS with him. And by the end of the conversation, they were like, thank you, sir. Thank you, officer. And, you know, I just told him, hey, keep it down, you know. So we walked away, and I was walking by the guy, and he was like shaking his head, and he goes, I don't know how you guys do it, man. I'm all, what, those kids? I'm all, that's job security right there. In about 5 years, we're going to be taking them to jail too. So, you know, and obviously that was a joke, but I can see where that statistic would make some kind of sense. Like if less kids are born, you know, to shitty parents and shitty environments, then maybe the crime rate would go down. And I'm not advocating abortion to lower the crime rate. I'm just saying it might be a factor.
I mean, it's a talk on the internet. Everybody theorizes, right? But there's also, you know, there's also people who, like serial killers out there that, I mean, look at Ted Bundy. Classic case of very charming, very smart, was in college. You know, was trying to lawyer himself, and he was very educated, and yet he's considered one of the serial killers of serial killers, you know. Mm-hmm. He's not the Godfather, but
I think another reason might be the population.
What do you mean?
I think our population is kind of going down. Did you see in China that they're decreasing their population by?
You said it last episode.
And I think our people are having children later on in life now. They're waiting until they're more stable. Like maybe there's, you know, it's an older population. Don't know. There's a lot of factors that could be involved. I think what the point you raised was good about the internet, what you and Dory were talking about. But yeah, how do we get on the topic of crime rate?
I don't know. You started out with video games. You were telling me about video games, and all of a sudden,
Well, I think you know, video games aren't the devil. But I think if anything, you let anything consume your child, it can be detrimental. But I think if your kid's a good kid and they're doing good in school and they're interacting with their family and they have friends and things, and you don't see there's no warning signs of anything. And as long as you monitor them, I think games are fine. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
It's just I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. It's just how you got to be present. Period. I mean, there's I don't know. You just got to be present. And I'm beyond present for my children. Probably annoying to them, but Kelly too. We're both very, very involved with these girls. We do everything for them. We do everything with them. We've tried to be, as good a parents as we can. But I think it's just that struggle with, and nobody. There's no frickin' instruction manual on how to do this the right way. Every kid's different. Every kid has. They're going to do what they're going to do, and they're going to grow up the way they want to. Like, I remember my own mother. She would talk about how she was just a horrible mother, and I'm such a bad mom because I was off the chain. I've spilled more drugs than most kids have seen. Like I am truly lucky to be alive. Now, here's the thing, you can trace back to events that happened in my life and this and that and all these different things that happen that can kind of coincide. But the truth is, I found out that being high made me happy, and I don't remember having like horrible childhood memories. Like I don't remember, like I wasn't beat or anything. Like I will say this. Here's a funny story I'll tell you on the side. So one time, and my brother Chip will tell you, one time I got in trouble. I backtalked my mom, and she swatted me 2 times so hard that I went blind. Now, she didn't hit me in the head or the eyes, but Chip says I stayed up crying for hours saying I couldn't see, I was blind. My mom had spanked me too hard. Anyway,
sounds like you were dramatic.
Yeah, I was a little dramatic, but I just wanted to do drugs. It had nothing to do with how my parents raised me, but also my parents didn't know any better. And I figured that out at an early age that my parents aren't going to know. I could pretty much tell them anything because they don't know. They don't understand what, nobody knew what meth was when I was doing meth. Like I figured out how to manipulate, but that's something I did. Mm-hmm. It wasn't anything my parents did. Like
my poor kids didn't get away with anything.
Yeah, well, you were a police officer. See, my parents weren't, and they just had to kind of take what they knew what alcohol was, but I never did alcohol. I never drank. I wasn't out drinking, so I could come home late at night, and I didn't smell like alcohol. They didn't know what I was doing all night. They didn't know where I'd been. I'm sure they were worried. They're probably way more worried than I, know. But it was nothing they could have done to make me who I am. So that's what I'm saying. Like being present and being at their functions and telling them things. Like I don't like to hide things from my kids either. I don't want my kids finding out 2 years from now when they're a little bit older that their dad was in prison. I don't want them finding out 2 years from now that this kid's dad that they're hanging out with did drugs with me. It's going to happen. I don't lie to them about it. I don't want them to be sheltered from it. I want them to be aware that there's consequences to it. I want them to know that I had to suffer those consequences. But parenting is being the parent. It makes me. It's getting me a little emotional here, but it makes me feel horrible for what I did to my parents.
Yeah.
And it's tough, dude. It's hard to look back and say, God, I did some awful things and I feel horrible about them. I wish I didn't, but there's nothing I can do about it now. But the best thing I can do is be the parent to them and not make them feel like they can't talk to me and I don't know. Does that make any sense?
Makes perfect sense. And I'm telling you, man, like one of the worst things in the world is watching someone you love go down that road and you can't do shit about it. But be there to support them, be there to catch them when they fall. And when it's your kid doing that, it's even a million times worse. And I haven't had that. Well, I have had some struggles with one of my kids, and had to watch them kind of struggle with some things. And you're helpless, man. You feel helpless, and I'm telling you, there are parents out there that do everything right, and
well, that's the
their
point I was
kid
trying to make,
gets in trouble and goes down the wrong road. And there's parents out there that do nothing right and treat their kids like absolute dog shit, and their kids turn out good.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the formula is. I don't think anybody knows what the formula is. I think
Which is what I'm saying. Like, there's
Yeah.
they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Like,
I think it's just choices, man. Like, what choices do we make in life? And like I'm no saint. I've made some shitty choices in my life, but when I was making them, I was like, this is not a big deal. Like, I can control this. This is fine. And next thing you know, it's controlling you. So
yeah,
it's all about the choices you make. But now, man, nowadays it's even more fucking scary, dude. Like with fentanyl and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like back in the day, we could try something, experiment with something, and maybe go, that's not for me. But now you take one pill or something and you're dead.
Well, and what scares me is Avery is born with a heart defect. She's born with pulmonary valve stenosis. One of her valves doesn't open and close all the way, and that part of that is what scares me the most. Like, I don't want to push her to where she rebels against me, but I also want her to know, like, and that frightens me, especially with her getting older. I'm like, she asked me not too long ago. She's like, well, my friend's drinking a Monster. And I'm like, you can't have Monster. Like, that's not something you are able to do.
And her
can't.
friend shouldn't be doing it either.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I told her. I was like, kids aren't. You 18-year-olds and older, you're not going to be drinking energy drinks anytime. Like, that's just, I'm not ever going to allow that. Like, I'm not going to let Evelyn, I'm not going to let her. Like, it's just not going to happen. And I know Kelly's on the same page with that, but I can't be with them all the time. And like, I don't know. I just don't know how to convince an 8-year-old or 9-year-old that, hey, your heart is not built for that. You can't do it. And like, have her understand, like, this is not okay. You can't do that. So that's a bit of a struggle I go through with her too. Like, that's frightening. That scares me to death.
Well, I mean, that's part of being a parent, right? Is being scared all the time.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen to one of your kids.
Oh my God. I used to worry that I used to lose sleep over them, like thinking, well, shit, I remember my teacher told me never run with scissors. Like, what if my kid runs with scissors? Like, no, I completely irrational. My fear of heights. I told you guys I was afraid of heights. I did not have that fear of heights until I had children. I used to roof. I used to do roofing jobs, and now I can't because I'm afraid something's going to happen to me, and I'm not going to be there for my kids. My brain does some pretty irrational stuff when it comes to these kids. Yeah. But goddamn, I love them so much. Jesus, I love them so much.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're all right.
Avery is getting cooler.
Yeah.
She likes me a little bit more now.
She's finally being nice. Yeah.
And just when you get used to their personality and get back to knowing who they are, they go and change their personality like 4,000 more times.
Have you seen that toast that, what's the guy that played Al Bundy?
Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill did when he was in Modern Family. Mm-mm. It's a kind of a viral clip where he's toasting like something at a dinner or something like that. And he goes, you fall in love with these kids. I think I've talked about this in the podcast before. But you fall in love with this little kid, man, and they're just everything. And then they turn into somebody else, and you fall in love with that kid. And then they turn into somebody else, and you fall in love with that kid. Then they're a teenager, and you fall in love with that kid. Maybe, sometimes they're little assholes, but and they hate you and everything. But then they become this adult, and then they just walk out the door.
Yeah.
And they don't live there anymore. And I don't think that's one of the big things that I was never taught by my parents is like you are basically teaching and preparing your kids to leave you and fend for themselves, which they need to do in this world. But, you know, it's, I don't know, it's kind of a bittersweet thing.
That's kind of the stuff that I get emotional about is like, I robbed my parents for that. I took from them all those, I took years from them. Like I didn't appreciate what I had. And I thank God today that I have my father and my mother in my life, but I robbed them.
I was going to say, at least you got a mom and a dad.
Yeah, no, me and my dad get along great. Me and my mom get along. Like I just wish that I would have my parents could have seen me walk across the graduation. You know, I wish that, you know, they could have been there with me during baccalaureate and there's just so much that I just took from them being selfish.
Did you not do all that stuff?
None of it.
None of it?
Nope.
Huh.
Nope. I gave up. As soon as football ended my senior year, I quit school, went to drugs full time. I fought my dad. My poor father had to start a fight with me because my dad begged with, I think it was Jack Williams back then, wasn't it? County attorney. Mm-hmm. He didn't know what to do, and he said, well, when he's 18, it's, you know, over. And for as far as I know, my dad picked a fight with me on purpose and to get me arrested because I was a month from 18.
Why do I picture Randy Johnson doing the old boxer?
Probably.
Like this thing.
But
like Jack Dempsey.
Yeah, no, he got me arrested and put into they gave me a choice. They said, you can go to jail till you're 18 or you can spend the next 32 days in a facility. And I was like, yeah, let's do a facility. I'll just bullshit my way through that and be done with it. And I did that 30 days. One of my favorite people in the whole world, Dean Jordan. I remember him. He was my teacher. I just got to see him recently. He was one of the ones that you don't realize how many people you hurt. He was my history teacher, and I was his teacher's aide at high school. And I just disappeared. You know, they arrested me. I was gone. When I came back, I went to see him, and he cried, you know, and he broke down and told me how much he loved me and how, you know, you just don't think of those things. All you care about is me, 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 me. You know, what about me? What about me? But, you know, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with it. It's just kind of getting some stuff out here.
No, and it goes into, you know, we're just talking about how there's no rule book. There's no rule book for being a kid. There's no rule book for being a parent. You just got to kind of fly by the seat of your pants. And I mean, I'm lucky enough with, you know, especially now with Jackson that I have a really supportive wife. I have a really ex-wife that I get along with really well. And you know, we disagree on some things, but you know, we usually talk it out, but the simple fact is everything is focused on the well-being of my son and how he's doing and getting him through the next few years, and so he can get out and go to college or do the things he needs to do, go to trade school, whatever he's going to do, whatever he chooses in life to do, he's going to be successful at, because, you know, we've worked our asses off to give him that roadmap, just like you've worked your ass off to you and Kelly to raise your girls, and you've done a great job. And redemption is an awesome thing, man.
Yeah.
When people go through life with no struggles and no setbacks, and they haven't fallen down, they haven't, you know, really learned anything, I think, from those experiences. And, you know, I had a friend that I worked with at the police department, and I had a couple of bad breakups, divorce, and and then a bumpy road after that with relationships. And he used to always like make fun of me about it until he had a divorce. And then he went completely off the deep end. And it can happen to anybody. Like, be careful, you know, what you wish for or what you make fun of people for, because it might happen to you. And I don't wish that on anybody. But he had a whole different perspective after that, you know, after you've gone through that and, you know, had to live in the tough shed, you know, leave your house and stuff like that. So, and only the, you know, some of the Safford cops or the cops in town will get the tough shed analogy, but there was a place in town that rented out this 1-bedroom studio just to cops that were going through divorces. So, I think most of us lived in it at one time. Being a police officer and marriages don't often work too well.
Well, I would say this to those parents out there listening to us. I think Eric and I can both agree that, you know, once kids make up their mind, like, I don't know, I don't want to say don't be hard on your kids, but support them, be there for them, show up. Don't just act like, I don't know. I just feel like there's ways around it. And it's not you. It's not, maybe sometimes it's you they're rebelling against, but I don't know. It was never my parents. It was never my parents' fault. Like, I can't look back and say, you know, my mom or dad did this, so I did this. You know, I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and kids are manipulative. I knew they wouldn't know what I was doing. I knew as long as I didn't smell like cigarettes or alcohol, I knew I could get away with whatever I wanted. So they blamed themselves. It wasn't them. It was me. I grew into a decision-making, you know, 15, 16-year-old and carved my own path. It wasn't the right path, but I robbed them of the opportunity to be there for me because I lied to them. I told them everything I thought they needed to hear. So, but, you know, in hindsight, they both told me what awful parents they were. And I'm like, no, you weren't. You were manipulated. Like, how would you know? Right. You thought you were being there, but that was on me, you know?
Well, but look at you now. I mean, you know, you got 2 beautiful girls. You know, you come out the other side. You're not dead. You're not in prison. You know, redemption is a cool thing, man. And I have a lot of respect for you. I've got a lot of respect for a lot of my friends are former drug addicts and people that have been in jail and prison. And I don't discriminate against anybody like that, even though I was a cop. I think especially since I was a cop, I don't discriminate against anybody that's made mistakes in their life and come back from it. And I actually have a lot more respect for people that have done that. You know, not to say anything bad about people that have had no struggles, but I think it's you know, people need to lighten up on people that have gone through stuff like that. And being a drug addict is definitely a disease. It's, you know,
absolutely.
A lot of people are like, oh, why don't you just quit? You can't just quit, man.
And people are like, well, you can't be physically addicted. It's not the physical addiction. And it's what I went through. Like, it's that feeling. Mm-hmm. You get addicted to that dopamine hit, that happy that you feel that you don't feel any other time. It doesn't matter if you're physically addicted or not.
Well, people do drugs for a reason.
Yes, exactly.
It's not like and we've talked about this before, that it's not like it, you know, you do it and you feel like shit. No, you do it and you feel great for a little while.
Yeah.
And then it takes more to feel great for a little while. And the next thing you know, it's taken over your life and everything else suffers in your life. And,
but it's always because of that chasing that dragon.
Yeah.
Always wanting that one. It's always you're just chasing that feeling. That feeling you get when you go to a good concert, or if you've never done drugs, like certain things like that, when you just think, oh my God, this feels so good. Like, that's what people get addicted to. And then eventually, yes, it does turn in physical addiction, and it does become, like you said, takes over your whole life. But that's the addiction, is that feeling of being disassociated from whatever's hurting you or making you feel like you're hurt, or your own victimhood that you're putting yourself through, and erasing it for a little bit. But that's not the answer. The answer Somebody asked me this weekend why I was upset, why I was crying, why do I cry? And it's because of that, because you got to let it out. You got to feel. If you're not feeling, that means you're substituting it with something else. I'm a very emotional person. Brad says I cry at every sunset. Have you ever heard him tell me that?
No.
He always tells me I cry too much, but I don't hold in anything, and you know that.
Do you know what Brad
Dory hasn't known me as long, but she knows that. I don't hold any of that shit in. It festers, and I don't know about anybody else, but then it just explodes on me, and I can't do that. I just can't, and I won't do that.
I can't say anything about that, but I can say I do cry pretty much during almost every sad part in every movie ever made ever.
Yeah, you're a chick.
That's just because you're a girl.
Yeah, so I don't know if anybody.
Why am
else
I crying
goes
at
through
all the
that.
sad parts in the movies? Then?
Yeah, well,
It's because I'm old.
yeah,
Speaking of Brad,
because you bottled all that shit up for all those years.
Because he has to watch it for the 37,000th time.
I love a good rom com. Speaking of Brad, you know what his nickname was? The police department, right?
What?
Drama Queen.
No, not my Brad.
Yes. So if Brad's making fun of you for crying, I got some stories for you. Sorry, Brad. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. Well, I would just say, and I'll also, if you're listening, and you're going through some stuff. Ask me. You guys are more than welcome to come, and you can talk to me. You can ask me, what I did or what to look for, what you're worried about. I'm not a counselor by any means, but
Don't ask me. Don't come to me.
I
just kidding.
have a friend right now that is going through it pretty hard with alcohol, and I talk to her about every 3 days. Just ask her how she's doing, and
Do I know her?
no,
Oh, okay.
no, nobody does. But I'm just being there for her, like just. She doesn't know where else to turn, and everybody else is mad at her for doing this and doing that. And I told her, you just lean on me, ask me, talk to me. Like, it helps to have somebody to talk to. So don't anybody out there feel like you can't talk to me about these things. I felt like that's kind of my purpose, is my way to give back is help people that are struggling. Like, I don't mind doing that. Makes me happy. It's kind of selfish, but whatever.
No, and I was just joking. Anybody can come to me too and talk to me. I'm always available. Everybody knows where to find me. I'm always at the shop. Tanner's always at the store. So, and honestly, like being a tattoo artist is like a therapy session. You're sitting there with somebody for 3-4 hours. You're going to talk about everything under the sun. I've had people start crying when I'm tattooing them. I've had people pour their soul out. So, that's the biggest thing is talk to somebody. Doesn't matter who it is.
Biggest thing in the world.
Just talk to somebody, man. And if you're the one being talked to, don't be judgmental.
Yeah.
I've been friends with Tanner for 25, 30 years. Like I never judged him. I never said a bad word about him. I never judged him. I never told him to pull his head out of his ass. Maybe, I don't know. I might have told you that. But man, people in glass houses, right? Like we all have our shit.
Well, and the other thing about that too is, and I didn't, I always say, I wish I had somebody to talk to me. I wish somebody was there, but I didn't give anybody the opportunity. So if you're struggling and you feel like there's nobody out there, is there? Or is there just, you just don't want to? Because I didn't want to. I just felt like, poor, again, me, poor me. But the truth is, I didn't reach out. And if I would have reached out to somebody, who knows? Now, this is another thing I always say. I don't regret not one bit of my life, but I would never live it again. Every single decision, every bad decision, every good decision, everything that's been in my life has led me to sitting here at this table with two beautiful girls in the other room. So I wouldn't take back, I wouldn't regret any of that.
I didn't know you were going to say in the other room. I thought you just said two beautiful girls.
No, my two little babies in there. But I wouldn't do any of it again. But yeah, I even lied to myself. Like, nobody cares about you. People care. I don't care if it's just, there's somebody out there that cares. I promise you. Reach out and talk to somebody. Tell somebody what's going on. Be there. And there'll be somebody. I promise you, there's always somebody.
And especially like if you're having any suicidal thoughts or anything like that, reach out to somebody. Everybody, they interview these people that have jumped off bridges and stuff and survived. And every single one of them, down to the last person, has said that they immediately regretted it when they did it.
Yeah.
So everybody has, might be controversial to say, but everybody's had those thoughts, man. And everybody's been in low points in their life where they thought about not going on, and it's not worth it. It definitely is not worth it. You don't just do it to yourself. You do it to everybody that loves you. You do it to everybody around you. It affects everybody. And I think I've talked about this before, but I've been on the receiving end of that with someone, and it's a horrible feeling, man. And as a cop, I saw it a lot. I saw people leave behind people that loved them, and people that could have helped them. But you got to be willing to reach out. So call a hotline, call a friend, call me, call Tanner, call whoever. And it's never as bad as you think it is. It never is. But anyway, go ahead, Dor.
I have a favorite quote. One of my therapy ladies had told me one time when I first started therapy. And she said, "A moment of unbearable pain, no matter how long it may feel, cannot predict the moments that are still waiting for you in the future and what the universe has to hold for you and your family."
Yep.
Yeah.
So, even if it's just a moment, like you said, reach out to any one of us. We'll be willing to listen to you, even if you just need a vent.
Yeah. Sometimes it's all it takes, man.
Well, how about we lighten the mood a little bit?
Yes, please. How did we get on that? So
I
was
don't
talking
know.
about
We were
video
talking about
games.
video games. We ended up in crime, and then we ended up
And then
with
you started crying.
Yeah, I cried, and we got some sob stories out. And I know not a lot. And here's which reminds me. Well, I'll say it at the end. But anyway, I was talking to somebody this week. I've had some hard times lately. I've been going through. So I'm very emotional these days. But I'm afraid to bottle anything in, so I apologize if I just trauma vomited it on all of you people. But I want my life to be one that people can learn from, and I also want people to know that there's somebody out there, and even if it's just one person, it's me. Somebody's out there, and so I just don't want to bottle anything in at this point in my life. I've got a lot to be grateful for. I have wonderful friends. I have beautiful people. I have not a very good paying, but the best job in the world. I play with RC cars and stereos all day. I can't really complain about my life. So I'm trying not to let anything bottle up, and I'm just trying to get it all out.
Dude.
I do. The Bigfoot Yeti himself.
Big Larry.
Big Larry.
Yeah.
So, to lighten the mood, we probably should I think we should finish on my topic because it's going to be a little better. Not better, but it's going to be a little bit lighter. Yours wasn't intended to be dark, so maybe we turn this dark too, but I wanted to debate with you.
Oh, I'm ready.
Debates.
On the greatest athlete, not the greatest athlete of all time, and why do you think so?
Greatest athlete.
Athlete, period. Doesn't matter
not
what
football
sport.
player.
Doesn't have to be football. Who is the greatest athlete in your mind that you can think of, and why do you think that?
I just saw this the other day on something. It's got to be Caitlyn Jenner. No, I'm just kidding. Could be.
Could very well be.
Yeah, Bruce was the Olympic decathlete, gold medalist. Man, it's so subjective though. Like, every sport is different.
That's why I'm saying, I've heard arguments that Serena Williams is the greatest athlete of all time. I'm saying I've heard these things. And I think why, but then I have to start weighing what. Like, you look at Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, as an athlete, Michael Jordan played AAA ball. He played basketball at the top of the game. I mean, LeBron is an amazing athlete, and he could have played football. He wanted to be a Dallas Cowboy.
Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson played MLB.
I assumed you were going to go to Bo. I assumed that was going to be your answer, was Bo Jackson.
I think definitely as far as football players, Bo Jackson, definitely the fastest man, definitely one of the strongest NFL players, especially for his position. Do you ever see him break a bat in half? Like, insane strength, dude. He was a super good slugger in MLB. He was a good fielder. Reggie Bush is an amazing athlete.
Yes.
That guy, as far as football players, Reggie Bush was an amazing athlete. Deion Sanders was an amazing athlete. Marcus Allen was an amazing athlete.
Yes.
There's so many out there, and man, I don't know, like I don't know what our demographic is. I know, if you're what race you are and what age you are, and I don't know, maybe not race, but I know what age you are and who listens to our podcast. But anybody out there that has played any kind of sport, I'm telling you right now, like, I played junior college football, and I was a pretty good athlete, and we had some pretty good athletes that went on to play D1 and some things like that. But when you stand next to an actual D1 football player, they're different. They're a different species.
No, I've been, season ticket holder for, this will be year number 7 at U of A, or maybe year number 6. But, certain games we'll rush the field. I'm telling you, we get up to the fence. It's always the same guards. It's always the same security. So they know, and they're like, hey, wait. And then they tell us when we can go. Well, when we run out there, you don't know how big a lineman is that plays D1 football. Like, it'll blow your freaking mind to run out on that field. And, you're seeing them on TV or you're seeing them from the stands, yeah, they look big. But when you stand next to a 6'5", 350-pound lineman, you just realize, like, holy, this guy's just a giant.
Yeah, they're giant people.
Huge, unbelievably huge people. Prysock was his last name. I ran up, I got a picture with him. And he was standing next to me. I stood next to Tet McMillan one game, and Tet's huge too. Like, they're just, you don't realize how big these humans are. And they're not even the biggest or the baddest in their, Tet might be, but he was really good. But I just don't think, and the reason I ask is because I don't think there is a metric or a way to find out who. I think you can go greatest athlete in each sport, but I don't think these people were trying to, like I said, they even brought up Venus Williams and, had their argument about it. And I just don't think there's any metric you can use to measure overall the best athlete there is, unless they're in multi sports, So Bo Jackson's, the Deion Sanders, guys that have excelled in different sports at the professional level, you could consider them. Who else was an insane athlete? You'll know, Herschel Walker.
Yes.
Herschel Walker
and
was
fought MMA when he was 46 years old,
Yes.
fought MMA after he finished with football. Get this. Oh, never lifted a weight in his life.
Who, Herschel Walker?
Herschel Walker. All body weight stuff.
Wow.
And amazing physique. I asked AI who is the best athlete ever. Guess who number 1 was, which is comical.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Not the best athlete. No, he's not.
He might be the winningest athlete, but I don't think he's the best athlete.
One of the. I think he is the winningest athlete. But Tom Brady ran a 5?
5, I think 5, maybe 5'1".
5'1", 40.
Yeah.
There are 300-pound linemen running faster than Tom Brady. He wasn't drafted very high.
He was drafted in the 6th round.
Yeah, he didn't play a lot of college football.
No, he was behind
Michigan.
Was
right?
he behind Harbaugh?
He was behind somebody.
I think it was Jim Harbaugh.
And I know they got hurt in their senior year.
It wasn't Harbaugh.
And Harbaugh's older.
Yeah.
And he played, I think he played in the national championship game, and he did well. And then he set the bench for how many years in New England? Drew Bledsoe
I
as
think
a
it was
starter?
only 2 years.
2 years?
One
And
or
then-
2 years.
And then Bledsoe got hurt, and they put him in. But he'll be the first one to tell you. I mean, I think he's gotten better as he's gotten older and smarter, and in the way he trains, and he does yoga. He's vegan. He takes care of his body really good, but definitely not the best athlete. So AI isn't always
But I
right.
will say this: he won a lot of championships with nobody, like not top of the league receivers like Edelman and all those guys. They're great. Like they were good receivers, but they were like those years they weren't the top of the
No.
food chain when it come to like top athletes in the league that year. Like he did a lot with little.
Yeah.
And he did it well. Like his biggest receiver he ever threw to was Randy Moss, and Randy Moss was on the team the year they didn't win the Super Bowl.
And also he had one of the best coaches in the league.
Absolutely.
So, and his work ethic, that's something you're not born with.
No.
And you can develop. He was the first one there. He's the last one to leave. He put in the extra work. He lived, breathed. He's super competitive, but not the best athlete.
Well, and it's true that work ethic. I just had one of the football players message me the other day, and he's like, "Hey, man, look at this practice schedule." And it was funny because I looked at it and it reminded me of Mr. Ken Guzik's football schedule. and I messaged him back. I was like, that looks tough, but can you imagine what that would look like if you were playing in D1? If you want to play D1, you got to get used to this. This is, Coach Mack don't play around. He's got it. He wants to build a winning program, and he's doing it. He's putting these kids through fire, and it's great because I can't remember which coach he had told us one time. He's like, practice needs to be hard so that the games are easy. And that's true. Like if you're not working your butt off at practice, those games are going to seem hard.
Well, the term is training needs to be like bloodless battles, so battles like bloody training. And the more you sweat in training, the less you bleed in battle, type thing. And so put them through the gauntlet in practice, and the games are fun. The games are easy.
I think Guzik had us doing 3-a-days though, if I remember right. The first week before school started, we got there morning. I think we conditioned at lunch, and then I think we practiced at night. I could be wrong. It might have been 2-a-days, but I feel like we had 3-a-days for that 1 week, hell week, right before school started. That first week, that was just, and Guzik had us. He conditioned us to every practice. It didn't matter. We were running punt drills, or we were doing.
BB coached you guys too.
Yeah,
and BB was the same way, man. He ran the dog shit out of us. I remember running sprints all practice the day before a game. He got pissed off at us for something, and we ran sprints the whole practice.
And the BB we are talking about, BB, is it national or is it state record he has? I think it's a national record. He won 27 state championships. I think, is it 27? 27 straight men's, not straight, but he won 27 men's state championships for track and field here in Safford, Arizona.
It's a lot.
And I think it's 24 for the girls. We also had Norma Bellamy, who is the winningest volleyball coach in high school history. She had over 500 wins here. In fact, our auditorium is the Norma Bellamy Auditorium, I believe, and it's the Herman Andrews Field, isn't it? BB Andrews Field. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they've named them. But yeah, we've had some pretty good success. Not
You want
so much
to
in
hear who surpassed? Well, so BB has won 10 3A, 27 total. 10 3A boys state, 15 girls state, state titles. So 27 total state titles. But guess who surpassed BB for wrestling titles and wrestling wins?
here,
Yeah.
or state or national?
Here at Safford.
Oh, I don't know.
His son,
Oh, yeah,
Herman Andrews
Yeah.
Jr. Get this, over 700 career victories for duels, 8 team state championships, including an elite run of 6 consecutive titles from 2006 to 2010. They won it 6 years in a row.
Wrestling.
Wrestling. He has a staggering 83% career winning percentage. I'm so excited. Nothing against Jackson's middle school coaches, but I'm so excited for Jax to get into and start doing high school wrestling with Herman and Trey, Herman's son, who they call.
So wait, in those years was Justin Gaethje? Justin was in wrestling those years.
Was wrestling those years. So Justin graduated in 2008, I believe. So it was right in the middle of that 6-year win streak. He coached 39 individual state champions, 16 high school All-Americans, and was named the National Coach of the Year in 2007.
Wow.
And he was inducted into the Arizona High School Athletic Coaches Hall of Fame.
And he's the second fastest person to ever be at Safford High School.
Yeah, he's pretty fast. Who was the first? Do you know?
Who do you think?
Not you.
I was the fastest. And I'm telling you right now, BB, if you ever listen to this, I was faster than Herman. I have made BB crazy for 30 years, telling him that I would run circles around his son.
You were not faster than Herman.
No, but BB doesn't know that, and I tell him all the time.
Who was the kid that has the record, though? There's a kid. What was his name? Gosh, I forget his name. It's like back in like 2010.
State record running?
He was he ran the 400. He was so fast.
It's written on the wall in Brad's office.
Yeah, I can't remember that guy's name. Brad, if you're listening to this, let us know. Yeah, they've had a lot of, like, their track and field program at Safford High is top tier, man. So is their wrestling program. And hopefully Coach McNeil can get the football program.
I think he will. I think in these next 2 years, we're going to be serious contenders. It could. I mean, he's got these kids working really hard right now. And I have a lot of belief in this year. I mean, it still may take a year, but.
Are you going to go to the games?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am too. I want to go support.
I will be at the games.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for football season. I was just don't laugh at me. I
don't know if she's being sarcastic or not.
No, I really am excited.
She's good for about 2 months and then she just checks out.
I literally said football for 2 months.
There is within 3 days from this exact time,
Hall of Fame game.
There will be an NFL game on TV. Now, granted, it's not a real NFL game because the Arizona Cardinals are playing. But the Panthers will be there, and Tet McMillan, but I doubt he'll get to play. But Tet McMillan is a U of A graduate. He was the fourth pick in the draft last year.
Is that the receiver?
The receiver for the Carolina Panthers, and won Rookie of the Year. One of my favorites out there. I freaking love that guy. Like I said, one night when we rushed the field, I got to be around him and Noah Fifita. Noah Fifita is going to take us to the national championship at U of A this year. I can feel it.
They get a different coach?
No. They got the same coach.
Then they're not going.
Why? Jed Fish's first year was last year, and they won 8 games. What are you talking about?
They need that coach back. They had like
Rich Rod.
Yeah,
Rich Rod couldn't keep his hands off his secretary. So
sounds like a personal problem.
It was. It was literally a personnel problem.
Football whatsoever.
It was a personnel problem, not a personnel problem. But yeah, I have a lot of belief in my Wildcats this year. And the truth is, I look at 2 things during the football season. My Super Bowl is Wildcats beating ASU and Cowboys beating the Eagles. And I get it, and I argue and I talk more trash when it comes to the Cowboys than anybody in the world. However, my realist goals are beat the Eagles, beat the Sun Devils. And if that happens, it's been a good year for me. If the Cowboys go 2-15, as long as those 2 games were against the Eagles, I'm good.
Let's look up their schedule.
Who is it? U of A or
no Cowboys schedule?
Oh, it's a gauntlet. It's a gauntlet. Yeah, it's Giants, Commanders, Panthers. That first picture over there. That'll give us preseason and everything. So I'm going to tell you right now. Are you going to share it or no? Okay. Preseason what? The fuck just happened? Did I just glitch out?
Yeah.
I just glitched, didn't I?
It happens.
Share it.
It happens sometimes to me too, but
Okay, so right here, if we're going to look at this, just scroll down. So we've got the Seahawks, the Cardinals, and the Saints for preseason. Week 1, I mean, we own the Giants. I think Dak has lost one game against the Giants in his career.
Yeah, don't jinx it.
Well, he still lost one.
And we got the Commanders.
Commanders, then the Ravens, and then the Texans at the Texans.
All those are doable, man.
And the Buccaneers.
Green Bay's going to be tough.
Green Bay's always tough. And then there's my Super Bowl, Week 7, Monday night game. My Super Bowl. And I'm
Philly.
looking at you, John Porter.
At Philly.
I hate the Eagles. And you know what makes me sick is that Avery's going back to Thatcher. And guess what color Thatcher is?
Kelly Green.
Kelly green and white, and they're the Thatcher Eagles. So at some point in life, if she plays sports, I'm going to have to put those nasty colors on and say "Go Eagles," and it makes me sick to my core.
I used to go to my oldest son's football games before I coached at Thatcher. I went to my oldest son's football games, and I'd wear a Thatcher Eagles shirt, but I'd wear a Safford Bulldog shirt underneath it.
It just makes my stomach turn.
Well, I've got a 7th grader grandson that's a hell of a player, a good little running back, linebacker. Mason.
Yeah.
And he is all about it. He's super excited for football. He's practicing right now down the street. And I can't wait to go see him play, man. He lights it up.
Well, there's our game right there that kills us every year, Week 8. I hate that game.
Are they?
Me and Reed went all the way to Dallas. Me, Reed, Kelly, Reed's kids. We all sat in the same section right by each other to go watch the Cardinals game. And then get there, and there Michael Gallup blew out his ACL, and we lost the game.
Oh, you're not allowed anymore.
And
you went all the way to Dallas to watch them play the Cardinals?
Yes.
So we could go to the preseason game. That'd be kind of cool.
What day is
August 22nd.
It's a Saturday, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Saturday, August 22nd. Well, no, you're going to... Oh, no, that's the night before Patrick's interview.
Yeah. What do we have on the 22nd?
I thought you guys told me you were doing something on the 22nd.
Where I was going to go to Sierra Vista to tattoo at a place over there, but I'm going to have my granddaughter that day. So
Well, we get the Sunday night game on the first week, Sunday night Giants. And do you remember... I don't know if that's the game we want. If that's the game we lost, but do you remember what happened in that game we lost to the Giants on Sunday Night Football? Mm-mm. It was the greatest catch of all time.
Oh, with
Odell.
With Odell.
Yep.
The crybaby.
Is he back on the Giants?
I don't know, bro.
I think Odell went back to the Giants.
He's still playing?
Yeah.
Where's Tua playing at?
Tua is the quarterback 1 for the Atlanta Falcons.
He's QB1. Nice. Well, I mean, that's a rival. No, that's not a rival team. He was Miami.
I think we can go 3-3 through week 6.
I think it'd be better than that.
I hope. But 3-3, I think.
Are the Colts going to be worth a shit this year?
It depends on if Daniel Jones is any good. He flashed greatness last year before he blew out his ACL.
He tore it up last year.
The Niners, they've got some good talent now. They got Mike Evans on the team. They brought Deebo Samuel back this week. Titans
got Cam Jordan.
Yeah, Cam Ward, you mean?
I mean Cam Ward.
Yeah, Cam Ward at quarterback. And then we play the Seahawks. Seahawks, I just don't know. I don't know if they're going to stay relevant. They lost K9. He went over to the Chiefs.
There's always a slump after the Super Bowl usually.
And then the Rams, that's going to be the toughest team in the league, especially if Aaron Donald comes back. And he's talking about coming back. If you had Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett on the same front line, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's going to be ridiculous. Dude. Any more word on the Max Crosby deal?
No. Nothing.
No, I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to. I think we get Jordan Brooks from the Dolphins before we get Max Crosby.
What's the Thanksgiving game?
Thanksgiving game this year is the Eagles.
Eagles, okay. And it's in Dallas. That's awesome.
It's in Dallas. It's always in Dallas. There's never a game not in Dallas on Thanksgiving and never not a game in Detroit on Thanksgiving.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's not the worst schedule. It's not the best, but
no.
I think it's doable.
I think it's our Super Bowl year. It's the first season for as long as I can remember that there has not been contract drama, a player in trouble, a player messing with the law or PEDs or anything. This has been a very calm and productive offseason. It's the first time that I can remember in at least 10 years that we haven't had. It started with Des Bryant, and then Zeke, and then Dak, and then CD, and then there's always been something every offseason that throws us off. This is the first offseason in minimum 8 to 10 years that's just been a regular offseason.
You're
No
jinxing
drama.
it. You're jinxing it.
No, I'm not.
And no injuries.
That jinxes us.
Yeah.
Why would you say that? What the fuck's wrong with you?
What was your topic? Oh, best
Greatest
athlete.
athlete.
Best athlete. So who do you think the best athlete is?
That's what I said earlier. I don't think there's a metric to measure the best athlete.
Well,
I think that
asked-
honestly, even though you were joking, I think Bruce Jenner may have been one of the better athletes to ever live. That dude was a force.
Well, I asked AI, and I changed the wording a little bit, and guess who popped up as number one?
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson, multi-sport freak, 6'1", 230 pounds, hand-timed 4.13 second 40 at the 86 NFL Combine. Routinely broke wooden baseball bats over his knee or helmet out of frustration. Threw baseballs over 300 feet on a line from the outfield wall, and once ran horizontally up an outfield wall to catch a fly ball.
Yeah,
you ever watch those banana
Yes.
guys, the baseball guys? Those are
Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, those are cool, man. I like watching them.
They
And
sell
I hate
out
baseball.
like the whole season as soon as it goes on sale. It's sold out. They do a whole national tour, and they sell out. But they're kind of like the Globetrotters, where they have the same team they play every year. Every game, and but those guys they're even entertaining. The other team that they play is just full of antics and stuff. That'd be a really cool game to watch.
Guess who won? Guess who got number two? He won Olympic gold in both the pentathlon and the decathlon. Set a record of 8,413 points that stood for decades while wearing mismatched, discarded shoes he found in a trash can right before the race because his own were stolen.
Jesse Owens.
Close. That is close. But this is 1912 Stockholm Olympics. He was Native American.
1912. He was Native American. Was it Bruce?
It was Jim Thorpe.
Jim Thorpe. Okay.
Jim Thorpe, and also they list Wilt Chamberlain, Usain Bolt, and a lot, like, I don't know, I owned a CrossFit gym for a lot of years, and I know CrossFit gets a bad rap, but you have to be good at everything to win CrossFit competitions, and the fittest man in the world, fittest woman in the world. Have you seen some of the CrossFit athletes?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's just not a metric that. There's those people. There's people out there that are insane athletes that don't play on a professional field. Like the world's strongest man. There's there's all those things that are just. I don't know how you'd. I don't know. I don't know how you'd measure that. I was going to say James Sprague.
Were you?
No, I just saw that on the screen.
Well, yeah, this is the world's fittest man right now. Let's see if I can share this.
He's the world's fittest man?
Yeah.
Oh, it is James Sprague.
James Sprague. I'm going to see if I can find a better picture. Share this tab instead. Is it sharing it?
Yeah, but you got that thing in the way. That thing behind it, yeah.
Oh. No, I don't want to continue. Yeah, this dude right here.
What does he have, like 0% body fat or something?
He's just a savage, man. And, coming from that world, I can attest to how fit you actually have to be to even compete or even make it to the CrossFit Games.
Yeah.
You have to outlift the runners and outrun the lifters, basically. Yeah, but so that those guys shouldn't be overlooked. They were
Did you forget how to use your computer? There you go.
There we go.
Yeah. So, all in all, I don't think you can pick a greatest athlete. I think you can pick a greatest athlete in each thing that they are professional at. I think you can pick a best football player. I think you can pick a best baseball player. But picking just the greatest athlete, I don't know. The show that I was watching, I don't even remember what it was called, but it bothered me because I was like, how can you say that? Like, how can you compare what Venus Williams does to what Michael Jordan did on it and say they're the same? They're not. Like, yeah, you in that metric, then you could say Tiger Woods is up there,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think you can pick a greatest athlete. I just wondered if you had an opinion on what you thought it was. I kind of figured you'd lean towards Bo Jackson, and that is a very, very reasonable thing to say, but I just don't think you can compare it unless they're, I just don't think you can.
And the only reason I think there's people that played football better than him and have better, stats than Bo Jackson as far as a football player. But I think as overall multi-sport athlete, he's one of the best that ever did it at a high level. Yeah. Hey, are we going to do a listener of the week?
Yeah, I've got my listener of the week. I told you could pick one too, but mine is one of my homosexual friends that I know real well. I'm just kidding. It's Eric Wisman. Eric listens we kind of messed him up. He goes and he works out of town every week, and he leaves on Sundays, and he usually listens to our episode on the way home, so he had to ride home in silence.
Where does he work?
Pine Top? Or
really?
Yeah, he's a lineman. He does.
Yeah, I know he was working. I thought he was working for the city of Safford.
He was, and then he took this job up in either Pine Top or I don't know, Eager, somewhere up there. He took a job up there, so he comes home on the weekends, and then. But he always listens as soon as it's uploaded. He'll listen to it on his way home, and we made him ride home in silence. So, Eric,
I've known that guy
here's
for a
to
long
you.
time. His dad. I worked with his dad at the police department.
Yeah,
and his brother's a cop in Thatcher. Jimmy, who's also a friend. But I've known Eric since he had to be, I don't know.
Well, I met them riding my motorcycle through the alley. And him and Jimmy hid with paintball guns. And I'm in a dirt alley on a Ninja motorcycle. And I see him, and there's nowhere to turn around. So I just had to punch it riding through gravel as they just pummeled me with boom, 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 boom with paintballs as I drove by.
Where was that at?
So right across from the middle school, there was a house right there on the corner. Not on the corner. There was the Baptist church right there on the corner.
Yeah.
There's like these little condos over here on the left, but there was one house right there in an alley.
Yeah.
Well, that alley.
Got in a foot pursuit in that alley.
Yeah,
before.
they had a 2-story maid's quarters back there, and they had 2 apartments back there, and I rented the bottom one, and I was just going home minding my own business, and the kid that lived in the front house, can't remember his name, but they were all friends, and they waited for me to get home and shot me with paintball guns. We've been friends ever since.
That's awesome. That alley, we were looking for a kid for some reason, and it was me and a couple other officers, and we're kind of looking in all the backyards, and he jumps the fence right in front of me. I don't know if he didn't know I was there or what. It was that night, and he takes off running towards the middle school, and he runs right by the other 2 officers. We both do. I'm in close pursuit. They take off running behind us. They get tangled up with each other's legs and both end up in a pile in the street. The other 2 officers do. Radios flying. And then he trips over the curb for the middle school and face first into the sidewalk, into the grass. And as he's sliding, I'm in the air, and he turns and faces me looking up. And I just landed right on top of him and turned him over and cuffed him. But I won't tell you the rest of the story, but it was a comical story. He happened to be the little brother of one of the guys that fell down in the street was dating his sister.
Wow.
Yeah,
It happens. Small
It
town.
happens. Small town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happened quite a bit. I've gotten in fights with people I know and pepper sprayed people I know and gotten pursuits with people I know. It's a strange thing being a cop in a small town.
Yeah.
Are we doing just one listener?
That's what I said. If you've got one, let's hear it.
I've got one. I want to give I'm not going to say shout out. Do you really like the Pauls?
I don't. I don't know. Here's the thing. People like the Pauls and Logan and Jake and Baker Mayfield and like the douchier they are on TV. I don't know why. I think they're cool. And like they're douchey.
Jake's a little more douchey than Logan.
Yes. Logan does some really good stuff for the hobby, which one of these days I'm going to get into on my, as you can see up here, I've got, like, I am a avid sports card collector. All those cards up there are autographed. My helmets are autographed. So, but Logan Paul has done a lot for the hobby lately. And
I saw that. I saw they break cards and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's pretty cool what he does. His WWE persona's, a WWE persona, but I've watched like the documentaries and stuff with them. Logan's a pretty cool guy. I like Logan Paul, but like Baker Mayfield and like, I don't know, I like those guys. Like, I don't know why.
So speaking of Bo Jackson, did you see the battle cards he has now?
Yep. The Battle Arena, he's been doing it for 3 years.
Isn't that cool, man? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about
Patrick Mahomes is the big chase this year.
I'm not a big card guy, but I'm thinking about he's got like a Sophie Cunningham one.
He's got Sophie. He's got Tony Hawk. He's got Patrick Mahomes. He's got there's 6 of them this year.
His card's pretty cool too.
Yeah,
the Bo Jackson card.
Mm-hmm.
So
he put out a bounty the first year. They did a 1-of-1 card that was autographed, and I can't remember what the bounty was, but he put out a bounty for the person that got some big prize for doing it, and I think they got to meet Bo, or I think he was going to buy it back. There was some chase to it from Bo Jackson. It was probably just to beef up sales and stuff. But Battle Arena cards they're pretty different. They're cool.
it's almost like a Pokemon type.
Yeah, but
like you can play with them, right?
Yeah,
you can do battle with them.
It's like $400 or $500 a hobby box, though.
Damn.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sophie Cunningham, is it just me? Like, it can't be just me. I like watching the highlights of that Indiana team with Caitlin Clark.
Yeah. No, it's
Sophie
good
Cunningham.
basketball. It's fun.
Dude, it's just, I don't know if I'd sit down and watch a whole WNBA game. Have you ever sat down and watched the whole game?
Not.
No. But watching those highlights and watching the I don't know if the drama back and forth, and Caitlin Clark, honestly, lights out player. Like, she's really good, man. And there's probably a lot of other good players in the WNBA. But do you think that's by design that their ratings are so low that they're manufacturing?
I thought that too. I was like, it's kind of like a WWE game.
Yeah, like they're saying, hey, get a little snippy up there, or maybe like bump her a little too hard.
Well, it's made people interested, so whether it is or not, it's worked for them.
Yeah. It's kind of like lingerie football. Did you ever watch that?
You don't still?
Oh, they still have it?
Oh, yeah.
Those girls are badass, bro.
Yeah. They hit hard.
Like, not being creepy or anything.
I am.
Because they're out there in lingerie. But not even lingerie anymore. They have, like, uniforms now, but their tits and ass are hanging out. But I wouldn't mess with those girls. They're freaking tough, dude. Like, they hit harder than the NFL guys do.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And it's good football, too.
So, how does this equal your listener of the week?
Doesn't.
Oh.
I don't know how we got on this subject.
Don't know either.
Because you asked about Logan Paul. Because you said you weren't going to give a shout out.
I'm not going to say shout out. But I will give props. The kids say that now?
Do they?
I don't know, dude. I don't know what these. I don't give.
We're gonna throw out some serious riz.
I don't care
with a skibbity toilet.
No, I can't even. I talked to my 14-year-old, and I'm like, son,
it's a whole different language.
Speak English, please. Like, talk to me like you're talking to your grandpa, and which I'm old enough to be his grandpa.
Yeah.
But no, I'm gonna give my listener of the week is my aunt. Laurie Player.
It's a good thing you chose her because she would have came before you.
No, did you send her sticker to her?
Did you?
No.
You're her nephew.
Well, joke's on you guys because she's coming after you.
I can run faster than her. But she listens to every single minute of every single episode. She does it usually Sunday night. She actually texts me. She goes, "What happened? Is everything okay?" And she has her opinions, which sometimes don't coincide with my opinions, which is very healthy. I think we should all embrace the debate, right? Mm-hmm. And dude, you kind of let me down with the debate, though. I thought it was going to be like a juicy one.
Well, I expected you to be more opinionated about it, so it didn't happen.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, Aunt Laurie Player. We're more like brother and sister than aunt and nephew. We're only 2 years apart. She was the mistake. She always says she was an accident, but I call her a mistake. But
Quit calling her that. She's, swear, the nicest person
she's
ever.
going to kill me. She's going to be texting me right after she sees this. But yeah, she's a great listener. And we have a lot of good listeners. I was looking at the analytics, and we're almost to 2,000 views on everything, and it's awesome. I love it.
Woo-hoo.
But I think we got about 200 listeners that are like like 150 to 200 listeners that listen to every podcast, which is way more than I thought was going to happen. I mean, would I love it to be like 1 million listeners? Yeah, hell yeah, I would. I'd like to go global, just because I think it'd be fun to just do that. But man, we are so appreciative of the people that listen to us idiots talk and go back and forth. So, and if we can, brighten somebody's day or distract them a little bit on their drive or whatever we need to do to help people out, then we love doing it, and we just love hearing ourselves talk, basically. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Do you still listen to the entire podcast after we do it?
No, I listen to some of it. I don't listen to the whole thing.
Yeah. You think we're getting worse or getting better?
Well, I don't think you can get worse. We're scraping the bottom of the barrel as it is.
And we don't have a when's Peking coming on?
August 23rd.
August 23rd.
And hopefully by then we'll be able to go live. I don't know if that's going to be the weekend we can or not, but we're hoping we can go live with our Facebook page, and hopefully you guys can tune in and maybe ask questions and stuff like that. But yeah, well, that's definitely within the next 2 to 3 weeks we'll have the live page available. So it'll be cool. We'll be able to field questions and stuff like that. And yeah.
Did you see that one band that was at Battle of the Bands was playing this weekend at the Hideaway or Trailhead out there by the mountain, Chasing Minivans?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did they do? I only caught like part of one song.
They did good.
They did pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like I know. Isn't Jason?
Yeah, Jason's the
there?
guitarist. Yeah.
Okay. And I feel like I should know that singer dude. Ryan Sanders, is that his name?
I don't know. I only know Jason.
I feel like I think I should know him, but I don't know. But yeah, they were playing, and it seems like more live music lately in town.
Hopefully, yeah. Maybe we can do it again.
I hope so, man. I'm gonna front you out, on.
By the way,
on our podcast.
I have my own mini pop. Do you? Because I do.
Jackson does.
I have my own.
Let me see it. Jackson, why does it look like that?
What do you mean? Why does it look like that?
Why do you look like a pedophile in this?
Well, give
is
it
that
back.
Is that a dog?
Yeah, it's Micah. My dog, Micah Possums.
Is that a dildo in your hand?
Give me the goddamn thing back. That's a golf club and a football.
That's a tiny golf club. It's a big dildo or a tiny golf club. Yeah. No, I got one for Jax. He's got a Miami jersey on in it. And he doesn't even like football anymore.
I tried to get one that looked like a flannel.
I'm surprised you didn't get a Cowboys one.
No, I wanted a flannel. So, yeah. All right.
What else do we have? Nothing?
Yeah,
That's it?
that's it.
Okay. All right. Well,
If I could just get on real quick.
yeah.
Not a
What do you
single
got,
one
Dory?
of you, not a single one of you asked me a question.
Yeah, did we get any questions for Dory?
Not a single person asked
No.
me a question,
No.
and
I think-
I'm very sad. I'm going to be up late at night. I hope you all know that I'm going to be up late at night thinking about this.
I think we're gonna change. We're gonna give you a segment. We're gonna change it to like current event stuff, or we can do some of the stuff we were talking about doing at Shane's place.
Or just edit this part out.
Yeah, I can do that.
That's fine.
Okay. All right, Tanner, are you good?
I'm good.
All right. Thank you all for listening, and we will be back next week on Sunday this time.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye.